get here earlier, actually, but I'm gonna have to get part of the answer of what degree do I control my life? Still in uniform. Ended up working from like 7:30 until 8 p.m. today. Damn, just gotta look back. Look how sexy she is. Because this is now a big part of the degree that I control my life. Don't be surprised if like somebody rolls up and tries to arrest me or some shit. But let's rewind back to, I would say 20. When I was 20 years old, I would say I had I'd say maybe 25% control, and that was kind of by choice. That was a lot by choice. So just to generalize, so I don't get into micromanaging the answer, for the first, I would say 24 years of my life. 24. I'm 28. So 24 years, I had anywhere between 10 and I would say a maximum of 30% control of my life. And it's very specific the way I'm going to put it. And it relates to motorcycles, and it relates to how things in the Navy work. It relates to everything in life. And I'm not going to say that I didn't have control. The way I'm going to present it to you guys is that I was reactive. I was extremely reactive in my life. And what I mean by that is I would let things happen, and then I would react based off of what happened. So let's see, a big one, huge part of my life that I fixed, and then I'm afraid, terrified of letting it happen again, is I would say from 21 to 25ish, 24 and a half, I'll say. I was fucking obese, man. I think the peak weight that I ever weighed was like 325, maybe higher. I'll be honest, I jumped off the scale when I saw it hit 325. I jumped the fuck off the scale. I was like, no. And yeah, that was terrible. And that was reactive. You know, I just let it happen to me. I kept letting things happen, let things pile up. I had a pretty crummy job, and I just kept working it because it was working. You know, nothing sparked a change. And then it came a point in that job where I realized, holy shit, I'm gonna get fired. So reactively, I got a better job. I didn't go out and look for a better job. I waited until I knew I was fucked, and then I got a better job. And it was actually right around that same point that I hit a junction. It was a huge catalyst. Like all of us guys always have this, and you gals out there have something like this. Went through a shitty breakup, shitty breakup. And it left me kind of being emo and shitty for, I'd say, about a year and a half. And just at one day, I got up and I was like, no, fuck this. And I was like, I'm going to change this shit. So I ran out that very day because I focused on the biggest issue to me, which was my weight at the time. So I ran out that same day, and I bought a bicycle from the Walmart across the street from me, because I lived across the street from Walmart. Don't ever do that. Don't ever live across the street from Walmart. And I went riding that day. Unfortunately, I had milk earlier in the day, and I rode like 5 miles, pushing it as hard as I could, like as hard as I could. Fucking almost had a heat stroke. I basically passed out. It was funny as shit. And that was the start of my journey of being proactive in life. I started working out every day. I started, you know, being really careful about what I ate. I started cooking for myself. I was a lot more careful with my finances. I started actually caring about the way I groomed. Like, I would actually take my time and look at myself and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I became extremely proactive in life. I would think ahead. I was like, okay, next month this is going to happen. I want this to happen. I want to do this. I want this to be the result. And as Physics Ninja said in her video, her response is is if you set your mind to it, you can set the action in motion. You can this is the goal and this is you, and you're at a crash course. And unfortunately, sometimes it's more like that, and you kind of miss or something, and it doesn't happen exactly how you want it to. But you forced it to happen. You were the catalyst that pushed it towards that, and at least you're better off than had you done nothing. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean, right? So yeah. So a lot of my life I was extremely reactive, and like I said, how it works on your bike. If you're a reactive rider, you get in wrecks. You have a lot of people that pull into your lane. You're those guys. I'm not going to name names, like I know, but you're the guys that post those road rage videos where some guy cut you off, and your reaction was to lose your shit, catch up, and then, rip into them or whatever you do, and you post that video, which, people feed on that. Them little kids love those videos, and other people hate them. I've unsubscribed to a lot of people because of that, but not getting into that. But yeah, if you ride like that, you're dodging cars, you're dodging people, road rage happens, you're getting pulled over, and stuff like that. But if you're proactive, you're seeing these things coming. You're like, fuck, I see that car. I'm going to get out of the way. I see that. I'm going to get out of the way. I know there might be gravel around this corner, so I'm going to slow down and try to line my bike up better, stand up straight so that I don't lose the bike and I'll low side it. That kind of stuff. And it's the same thing in your life. You have to learn to be proactive in life. And a lot of people are in denial about it. They're like, oh no, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. Oh, no. And it's because nothing has happened yet to kick you in the ass, pretty much. There's no catalyst yet. There's a motorcycle shop right there. Fuck you, Cliffs. You guys are full of assholes. If anybody's in Washington, don't ever go to Cliffs unless you're getting maintenance done. Fuck Cliffs. They're uptight dicks. Anyway, not gonna bash on dicks. But back to what I was saying about my own life. I was 30% before the catalyst. When it happened, I want to say I jumped up to at least 80% proactive in control. 80%. I was like, fuck yeah. Yeah! And unfortunately, as a lot of, if you go to motivation websites, they'll tell you not to compare your life to other people's highlights, right? Unfortunately, my highlight lasted about 2.5 years-ish. I know, I'll say 3 years. 80% and climbing. And then, in my moment of glory and epiphanies, I joined the Navy. And, unfortunately, the Navy has made me very reactive again, extremely reactive. I would say I'm back down to maybe, I know I'm putting percentages, but maybe 40% proactive now. And that's because the Navy, the military as a whole, has so much structure already there that it's hard for you to stay proactive. I mean, everybody wants to make rank, everybody wants to get qualified, different things, and all that kind of stuff. And that, that's what you work on. That's what you're proactive about. When I was at sub school, I'll be honest, I sat around and did shit. I did nothing in sub school. I went to school, went back to my room, ate pizza, played video games. That's all I did. That's all I did for all of sub school. And just to give you perspective, before I joined the Navy, I weighed 181 pounds. I went from 325-ish down to 181 when I first went to MEPS the first time. By the time I got out of boot camp and got to sub school, I weighed 200 because in boot camp you got to eat like a motherfucker to keep your energy, and they just have you running all the time. So I was 200, but I wasn't fat. I was just still good. Left sub school, I weighed 230. I gained 30 pounds. It took a year, but I still gained 30 pounds, which is bullshit. I should have been, I should have been on top of that. And I'm still kind of sitting at that weight, working on it. You'll see by the time I come back from this next underway. Yeah, we'll see what's up. I don't even know how long I've been rambling for. So if this is a super long video, I'm sorry. Also sorry that I'm not writing, but, I just wanted, the carrier. I know I've shown you guys this a few times, but I've never really stopped and really just looked at it. Because, this represents a big part of my life now, the Navy. So yeah, this is Bremerton, by the way. This is not my base. I'm at Bangor. But yeah, so I would say that throughout my life I've been at an extreme low. I've been in an extreme high, and now I'm kind of in I'm kind of in an in-between, and I'm trying to push myself back up to that high. I just need to, I need to get my feet grounded again and take control again, and it's really not that hard. Once you get the ball rolling, it is not that hard to get the ball rolling on controlling your life. Let's see how long I've been rambling for. 10 minutes, yeah, that's good. So yeah, guys, that's my response to the Mototalks for how much degree of control you have in your life. It's my first completely off the bike video. Might be my last. You guys might shit on me, I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever. I make my videos for me, motherfucker. So, I'm gonna tag some people. I'm gonna tag y'all. Hopefully get some responses. Y'all cool people. Like, subscribe, comment. There's always I always tag people. A lot of people might see the Mototalks and they don't know how to respond to them. All you gotta do is respond, man, and create the video that says, Mototalks 19, 20, 18, whatever it is, and just put that you're responding and try to tag the 4 board members, who I can't name them all off the top of my head, but I will attempt. That's Forensics Ninja, the Goat Father, I want to say SoCal Ninja, and the White Ninja 636. Just tag them so that they can see the video that you responded to them. This week's topic was presented by Forensics Ninja, so do be sure to go ahead and tag her in your video, and then tag your friends and anybody that you want to see responses from. All right, guys. So that was my response to how much degree of control I have in my life. Hopefully, by the time I get back from my underway, that I'll have raised that number back up to an extremely high number. Right, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, but y'all stay safe out there, all right? And take control. You gotta grab life by the balls. Fuck the balls. By the handlebars. You gotta get life by the handlebars. Fuck yeah. See y'all guys next time.